Welcome to this week's edition of the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined this week with longtime resident Greg Rankin in beautiful Olympic Village Inn, located here in Squaw Valley. Greg, thanks for taking time to join us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So Greg, you're a longtime resident here of Lake Tahoe. Give us a little bit of background on yourself.
Well, Tahoe area has been a part of my life all my life. Came up here a lot when I was a kid. In 1980, my wife and I moved here to ski one season and never left. And we've been pass holders here at Squaw Valley since 1982. And I love it. I still ski in the neighborhood of 50 days a year. I think Squaw Valley is a magical place. I feel very blessed to be here.
Let's talk about your company, Resort Realty Services. What is it that you do? What do you specialize in? And where are you located?
Well, we're located in a lot of places. The company was formed in 1985, and we currently have 6 offices in the Tahoe area, actually 2 here in Squaw Valley, 1 on the North Shore, and then 3 down at South Lake Tahoe. And we specialize in all areas of the market. One particular area we spend a lot of time with is fractional ownerships, but now, especially here in Squaw Valley, focused on Squaw Valley.
Let's talk about the market. You know, a lot of information out there. Some good, some bad. But what is the overall condition of the market here on the North Shore and in the Squaw Valley?
Well, like all areas all over the country, obviously we've been affected by what's going on in the economy. We have seen reductions in prices. Obviously, for property owners, that hasn't been a good thing. But for buyers, especially people who several years ago may have felt that they were priced out of the market, it's created wonderful buying opportunity. In some cases, prices that, haven't been as good in a generation.
What's new for the Squaw Valley here for this upcoming season?
Squaw Valley USA, the ski company, bought out Interwest's interest in the village at Squaw Valley. They now own all of the commercial space. They have the rental management company. Secondly, Squaw Valley now has a new CEO. Andy Worth has come to us from Interwest. And then just in the last few weeks, a Colorado company, KSL Resorts, has announced that they have bought Squaw Valley USA Ski Corporation. So they are now the new owner, and they plan to invest in the neighborhood of $50 million in the next few years. So it's pretty exciting.
Stay tuned. More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show right after the break. Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined again with Greg Rankin from Resort Realty Services. Greg, earlier in the show you talked about a lot of the changes here in the Squaw Valley area and on the North Shore. What's the reaction been so far?
It's a good question. Overall, I would say the reaction has been great. Everybody I talk to is quite excited about KSL buying Squaw Valley Ski Corporation. And Squaw Valley has always been a great ski mountain, but what was lacking, and over the last decade that had begun to change, but what was lacking was the kinds of facilities that today's tourists expect. And with a company like KSL's background, they own, I believe it's 7 of the premier resort destinations in this country: Hotel Del Coronado, La Quinta Resort and Spa, Vail Mountain Lodge, to name a few. Well, with a company with that kind of background and experience, I think, and a company that manages the ski area, a company that has control of a great amount of the lodging facilities, that owns adjacent real estate to the ski area, and is willing to spend $50 million in the next few years.
Greg, can you elaborate on some of the changes that are going on here in this market, and what do you foresee for owners here in this market?
Well, Squaw Valley has changed from just a valley with a ski mountain to a multi-season playground. Um, you know, think of it like Disneyland, okay, the Magic Kingdom. You drive into the valley, you come around the corner, all of a sudden, you're looking over a horse rail fence, you see beautiful meadow, majestic mountains. It's a playground.
Mm-hmm.
People love it. And people come here all seasons of the year. They come here in winter, obviously, for skiing. They come here in summer for hiking, mountain biking, golf, just to name a few. Things are very different now. With the village, we have lots of activities in summer. We have beer fests, we have art shows, arts and craft shows, things like that. We have dog shows. We're going to host a stage of the Amgen Tour of California. Squaw Valley USA in the winter hosts a number of major ski events. So things are now very different, and with KSL coming in and the things they do, I foresee probably completion of the other two phases of the village, improvement in the parking for skiers at the base area. I think we'll probably see a parking structure. I think we'll probably also see landscaping improvements. I think we'll see improvements in the dining experience that guests have, both in terms of the quality of food, but also the ambiance. And I think all of these changes will probably put pressure on property owners of the adjacent properties to improve their properties as well. And I think that can only cause values to go up.
So Greg, we're going to go to break, but when we return, I'd like to ask you some more information and detail on the North Lake Tahoe market, the Truckee market, and Squaw Valley market, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Okay, stay tuned. More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show right after the break. Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined again with Greg Rankin from Resort Realty Services. Greg, earlier in the show you mentioned some pretty astonishing figures about real estate values and increases in the North Lake Tahoe and the Truckee markets, and even higher numbers here in the Squaw Valley. What do you attribute that to?
Well, if you look back at the sales activity of this year, we do have some very encouraging statistics. In the North Tahoe area, North Tahoe, Truckee, the whole area, we've seen a 5% decline in average sale price and a 15-cent decline in median price for single-family homes and condominiums. The good news is that decline has brought the buyers back into the market. Our sales activity, as I mentioned earlier, is 25% ahead of last year. In Squaw Valley, the picture is even better. In 2009, we did see a significant drop in prices, but in 2010, we have seen prices for both single-family homes and condominiums increase slightly. In 2009, the total number of properties sold in this valley was just 26. In 2010, it was 66, a 154% increase. The increase in the dollar volume of sales equals 180%. Condo sales for 2010 are up 130% above 2009. And if we were not having difficulty with financing for condo hotels, that figure would be even higher. Most of the condo sales, because of that difficulty in financing, were cash sales.
So Greg, how soon do you think these issues in financing and obstacles, when is that going to turn around, and what is the timeline?
Well, with the issue of financing for condo hotels, it has already started to come back, but very selectively. How soon will that expand? I really don't know. A very unique property here in Squaw Valley, the resort at Squaw Creek, is a ski-in, ski-out, 4-star hotel, which is unmatched in the entire Lake Tahoe area. But it has been severely affected by buyers not being able to get financing on purchases for that property. That has resulted in sales dropping by as much as 50% or more, which has led to a number of short sales and bank-owned properties being sold. It has created a great opportunity for cash buyers, and many have come forward. We have had a similar situation, but not nearly as severe, at the Village at Squaw Valley. However, prices there have only been dropped about 20–25%.
So Greg, is there any well-priced inventory still available?
Oh yes, definitely. With single-family homes, we have a total of 24 listed for sale right now. 9 of those are under $1 million, 5 of which are under $550,000. That was unheard of several years ago. Our luxury homes also, the prices have come down. We have condominiums. You can buy a condominium in this valley now in the 300,000 range. Used to be in the 500,000.
How do people get a hold of you? What's the website and what's the phone number to call?
Our website is www.gosquaw.com. Our phone number is 800-882-1009.
I appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Well, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We'll see you next week.